Welcome back, Global War in 1939. We're moving on to Italy's first turn of the game. Now, up until this point, Italy has actually been neutral, leaning Axis. Um, so this is the reason why Britain can't or don't attack Italy on their first turn, is because they're technically not at war. So at the beginning of Italy's turn, they declare war against the Commonwealth and the surviving French country. So as of right now, officially, Italy's now at war with only the Commonwealth. So before we get into our plan for this turn and what we're going to do, let's look at our purchase options. We do have 26 to spend, but we're only spending 25. One of the rare occasions where I don't spend everything. So we'll save $1. We're going to get medium factory in direct response to Cairo's factory, artillery, auxiliary, and 2 infantry. Spending 25. So for our actual plan, we have 5 battles to declare. So we will expand and do some damage on the British and try to further our gains even more. So first battle, we're going after this Greek fleet. I'm not so much concerned about the coastal battleship and the destroyer, even though, yeah, I want as many British ships off the map, especially in the Mediterranean, as much as possible. These ships are kind of isolated. Out of all 3 navies, it's the weakest. More importantly, it has a transport. So I want to get rid of as many transports as I can. And this is seems like a good opportunity to strike. So let's do that. And this will put them under the 8 transport benchmark that they need to get their bonus for all 5 countries, which equates to about $12. So it'll force them to buy another transport somewhere else. Alexandria, well, it's just a walk-in battle. It's not that big a deal, but it does take away the British do have a $3 bonus if they all own all their original territory. So this will take that away. And we're also going after Gibraltar. It's kind of weak. It only has 1 infantry, a fort. Let's take advantage now before they have an opportunity to reinforce and get more units there. They have a transport here. I can easily see this AA gun and infantry in Gibraltar next turn, and I don't want that. Marseille, because they went after Tunisia and they used a French artillery and infantry, kind of made this territory a little weaker. So it's only 1 infantry. We can easily take that out. And then, how many? Oh, that's 4 battles. Now the 5th is only a battle of opportunity. So these 2 bombers here, they're not being defended by anything. There's no infantry supporting. So let's take these out now while the opportunity is present. Basically, they use these bombers to fight Morocco and get rid of the 2 Axis French units there. So they were successful. They didn't lose any units, so good on them. And the only landing spot they had at the time was this territory. But now we have an opportunity to actually get rid of these bombers before they cause problems down the road. I can easily see these coming into Cairo and just giving us all kinds of headache in the future. So let's get rid of that now. So how are we going to run these? Well, the one in Alexandria is just a walk-in, so we're going to take a guy from Cyrenaica, walk in, and capture that. No big deal. We should also do Lower Egypt as well, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Take out Lower Egypt. So again, it's just a walk-in battle, and we'll take a guy from Cyrenaica and do that. Yeah. Now, will have an opportunity to counterattack, but then that takes his eye off the Horn of Africa, down in Somaliland, Ethiopia. So hopefully that's much of a distraction. Probably not, but we'll see. For Marseille, we're going to bring in a cavalry from Turin, a cavalry from Rome, and 1 infantry from Turin. That should be enough. 3v1, even though all my units are kind of weak on attack. I got 3 dice, he's got 1, so we should win that. Gibraltar is going to be via transports, obviously. So we have transport in 39. Let's go over to 36. We have a transport in 41. But also go over. We'll bring over 2 basigliaries, an artillery, and a light tank. And the rest will stay in Toronto. Now we're offloading via transport. We're allowed to bombard. So let's take advantage and use our bombardment abilities. So we're going to bring over a battleship and all our cruisers. So we'll just bombard all 4 vessels. That, with the bombardment, the 4 units we're bringing should be enough to get rid of that 1 infantry. Our only fear is that he has 3 dice, so he could inflict a lot of damage. But we'll take that risk. For 42, C-Zone 42, we got a sub in 46. That'll go in. Sub from 41 will go in. Sub from 39 will go in. And then the rest of our Air Force, 2 fighters, 2 tacticals, will all go in. And they'll have enough range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll all have enough range to get back to Toronto. No problem. And then for the bomber, we're going to use the bomber against his bombers. So it's a range of 7. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we got all the space here to land somewhere, wherever we see fit. And then everything else will be non-combat, I believe. Yes. All right. So let's run these battles. Okay, so let's do the planes first. Super exciting. I know. All right, so I got 2 at 4. 10-4, excellent. We got 1 so far. He has 2 dice. 3-10, excellent, excellent. 2 at 4. 11-8. His opportunity. 5. Good. 2 at 4. 9-11. 5. Okay. Still in the clear. Bomber 2 at 4. 12-7. A 4. Good. We're still safe. 2 at 4. 7-11. Wow, man. This is... He's getting a lot of dice. An 8. 2 at 4. 3-10. Finally. All right. 7. Perfect. That was kind of dicey, actually. I didn't like that at all. All right, let's do the Navy conflicts. Now, these are Italian subs, so they don't get a +1 on attack, unfortunately. But they still get all the same benefits. They still get the sneak attack. But he has a destroyer, so only 1 will get the actual sneak attack. So we'll say the yellow dice is the one not detected. The 2 black dice are the ones being detected. So subs at 4. Nothing. Nothing hit. Okay. Fighters at 6. 4-6. Excellent. 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 And then tacticals at 7. 9-12. Nothing. Okay. So we landed 2 hits. Excellent. He returns. So he's got his transport. Nothing. His destroyer. A 2. So he got a hit. Interesting. And then the coastal. A 4. Damn. 2 each. Okay. So I'm going to lose 2 subs. He's going to obviously absorb. And then the coastal again, I guess. Seems the most fair. All right, so continue, press the battle. Yes. So sub 7, fighters at 6, nothing, and tacticals at 7. 4-10. All right, we got 1 hit. All right. Transport, nothing, 11, and destroyer 10. Excellent. 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 Sub. Good thing we pressed. Sub at 4. Nothing. Okay. Fighters. Got a hit. Excellent. Return. 11. Okay. Alright, so we lost 2 subs. Not that big a deal, I guess. Alright, so Marseille. Now, how I've been rolling, I'm not feeling too confident about this battle. Alright, so infantry at 2. Got a 1. Wow. Excellent. Alright, he returns a 4. So we lose a guy each. And Marseille falls to Italy with 2 cavalry. Okay, so our last battle. Alright, so he does have a fort, which drives me nuts. So he gets a +1 to his infantry, and then everything I own gets a -1. Yeah. So the infantry will get a -1, then they get a +1 built into their kit, so which cancels out the fort, and then the artillery gives a +1 to one of my infantry. Okay, so 2 at 2. Both miss. Cruisers, tank, infantry. So this is all at a 3. 1, 5. That's all. We got her hit. We're good. All right. So he returns. He's got 3. Oh, brutal. 7, 10, 8. Fantastic. Flawless. Oh. All right. All right. All right. So that is it for that. So Gibraltar falls to the Italians. Fantastic. And we own Marseille. So basically, Italy just needs Greece. And then we'll start collecting one of their bonuses. So that's great. All right, non-combat moves. The bomber is going to go to Algeria. The infantry in Tripoli is going to go to Algeria. Okay. Yes. So bomber and infantry from Tripoli will come down to Algeria. Everything in Tobruk stays the same. This one infantry will come down to Somaliland from Ethiopia. All the destroyers in 41 and 39 will go to 36. Same with both subs. And the destroyer in 45, that will also go to with our fleet as well, just to get everything concentrated. Yeah, this gives an opportunity for the British to get together, but yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, we'll just continue on. The tank in Tripoli is going to go up to Rome. The guy in Turin is going to come down to Rome. And then the air transport from Turin is going to come down to 40 into Trento, pick up a guy, and then fly him back to Rome. And the air transport will be in Rome as well. Is that safe? Yeah. All right, and then all the planes have to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of the tacticals is going to go to Turin, and the other tactical and fighters will go to Trento. No, All the planes are going to go in Toronto. That's fine. All right, and then unit placement. Our factory has to go in Tobruk. And then our 4 units we'll place in Torn. All right, we should be good to go. We should be good. All right, collect income. All right, so we get no bonuses. We'll have to get that next turn. But we do collect 30, which is great. So we picked up 4 territory. We picked up 3 territories worth 4. And then we saved it all. So we'll have 31 on the next turn. That's not too bad. All right, well, thank you for watching, and have yourself a great day.